ドジャースのミゲル・ロハス内野手が、同僚の大谷翔平選手がシーズン中に行っているご褒美を明かしました。米メディア、ジョムボーイメディアのポッドキャスト番組、クリス・ローズ・ローテーションの司会を務めるクリス・ローズ氏も興味津々な様子でした。大谷選手はマミコ夫人が第一子を妊娠中です。誕生したらプレゼントを贈るかと聞かれたロハス選手は、
彼は気持ちのこもったおめでとうのグループメッセージで十分だと思うよ。
と悩みつつ、
彼のお気に入りのビールをプレゼントしようかな。
と話しました。大谷選手のビール好きなエピソードを日本語字幕付きでご紹介します。
Have you texted with Ohtani?
I text with him, yeah. When he got his MVP, I text with him. I say congratulations, and he replied back. I mean, we've been in touch, asking about his arm, about his family. I'm excited to see Shohei this year because he's gonna be having way too much on his shoulders. I think today I was talking to one of the strength coaches about how he's gonna do it because before you start pitching again, you gotta throw some games, right? You gotta face some hitters. You gonna do a rehab assignment or something like that? That's gonna be really interesting to do. What he's gonna do and how he's gonna do it, but I'm pretty sure he's ready for it.
His wife's pregnant with their first child.
That's right.
Do you have to get anything for him if you're a teammate? They have to buy. I mean, come on. Shohei's got access to everything he could want. Do you really have to go get the baby an outfit or something?
Is that what you're supposed to do when someone is pregnant?
Yeah, I mean, you get him. You get your buddy something. But when there's $700 million man plus whatever the hell he's making off of the diamond, do we really have to get him something? How about just an old pat on the back, a cigar, congratulations?
A good congratulations text message is more than enough on the group.
Yeah.
Maybe, I'll give him one of his favorite beers that he likes to drink after a big series.
Oh, what's
on
that?
The road.
What's that?
He likes to drink one Presidente beer after a big series or something like that when we win or whenever he hit like homer number 50. So he took one single beer and take it on the bus. I will do that for him next time.
That's it? He's just a one beer guy occasionally.
One beer guy. Yeah. He's a one beer guy on the bus to enjoy his trip to the airport. I know I got him with a beer.
What do you think it's going to be like when you guys open the season in Japan with him and Yamamoto and Sasaki?
I'm super excited. I don't know how it's going to be like, but I mean, knowing from all the social media message that I got, and the random Japanese people who comment on my pictures and send me stuff that I really appreciate because I could never imagine that I was gonna be like someone to be recognized in Japan for how many fans that are there. But I'm super excited to see what the reaction from the fans are gonna be to see the Dodgers in Japan with so many Japanese players, plus playing in a place so great that is Tokyo Dome. I mean, so many times you're seeing in international competitions and all that, and you just want to be part of that. And I'm super excited to see how the fans kind of like leave the games there. Same thing that I did in Korea last year when we went there, and it was a party on the stands with the music and the band and people dancing. I think this is gonna be really special too, and I'm looking forward to go there and experience every little day.
I think you and Shohei should just sneak out of the hotel and go get a Presidente beer and go sit down in some.
No, if we go out over there, it's gonna be a nice Kobe beef Wagyu dinner with really good sushi and a lot of Sapporo beer.
Let's be honest. Shohei don't have to pay for shit over there. He doesn't have to pay for anything here. I guarantee.
I hope not.
Yeah. I mean, come on. We're rolling. Yeah, go have a nice meal. Don't Don't sneak out and do
I'm,
that.
I'm pretty sure. At least I gonna consider have some options. Hopefully Yamamoto and Rocky and Shohei can help me keep picking up some places to go and go around.
Okay, let's move on. The World Champs had their Fan Fest this weekend. Sounded like the logistics were a bit of a nightmare for fans trying to get in and out of that thing, but welcome to Dodger Stadium. However, once they did get to see their favorite Dodger players, that was great. It shows up. There's nobody you're like, oh, wait, where's that guy? No, like they all show up, and that included Shohei, who did give us kind of a health update. Not only is he coming back from the elbow issue that cost him an entire year of pitching, but he also injured his shoulder in the playoffs, and he had to have that checked out. Here is his interpreter on what's next for the big show.
The schedule of how things will progress will actually really depend on what kind of injury I sustain, like in the shoulder. But as of now, seems like, I'm on schedule. I've been able to work out every day. And, I'm really looking forward to being on time for spring training.
So they're going to know a bit more when camp starts in about 10 days or whatever it is for the Dodgers. It sounds like middle to late May for the pitching, which is going to be interesting because doesn't he have to then go out on rehab assignments, which would take him out of the lineup? Not that that's a huge difference, but at some point he's got to go pitch, doesn't he?
I think it's going to be more like high intense bullpens and maybe some. Yeah, no, I'm serious. I think I don't think he'll exit Major League Baseball to go do a rehab for starting. They'll bring guys in for him to pitch at the stadiums.
All right. And then that's good enough? Like you don't need the adrenaline rush of
Shohei Ohtani, it's good enough. Okay. And yeah. I mean, hey, maybe they will, Chris. Maybe they'll say, hey, look, obviously we're going to make the playoffs. Like, why don't you go take some times off your legs and just go focus on pitching? Maybe you're right.
Yeah.
I don't know what they're thinking. To me, it doesn't make sense. But if they want to rest him and say, let's just take, 2 weeks off in April or May, I'm okay.
Yeah. The bigger question with Shohei is that he's going after his fourth MVP award. Has he now reached the point where he has to do something astronomical yet again? Last year he goes 50-50 and is a 9-WAR player even without throwing a single pitch or playing any defense. And everybody goes, oh, God, that's incredible. Or is it just good enough to be a 35-homer guy and a 3.5 ERA type dude in 18 starts? Can he win a fourth MVP doing that?
In my mind, yes. I mean, there's nobody more valuable than that. Those two, what you just said, like 35 homer guys, how many are there in the league? I would say, guess maybe 15 guys. Like people that throw to a 3.5 ERA, maybe 15 guys. I don't know. Maybe those numbers are off, but I personally don't think he has to go out and do something phenomenal. He's just that much more valuable than any other player. And it's just the truth. I mean, Chris, this guy's got a 945 career OPS and a career ERA of 301. It is insane what this guy does. And I've said that all along. So people are probably sick of me, quote unquote, glazing Shohei. But it's the truth, man. Like nobody's doing what this guy's doing. No one's probably ever going to do it again. So in my opinion, no, he doesn't have to go out there and lead the league. And he's not going to lead the league in strikeouts because he's starting late, but he doesn't. I think if he's just who he is, he's going to continue to rack up these MVPs. And you can be mad at it if you want, but I think a better mindset is just to sit and watch this guy and, be amazed by him because that's what he is. He's amazing.
So do you know his home run totals, the 3 years that he has won MVP?
Ooh, I have his page up. I'm not going to look at it.
Just give a guess. He hit 54 last year. So how about the other two?
I want to say 41 and 36.
46 and 44.
Oh, he's 40 both years.
Yeah, that's no joke. That's no joke. And that's while he was pitching in Anaheim. Those 2 years that he won the MVP with the Angels, he made 23 starts each year. His ERA was under 3.2 in those years. He basically had a K rate of 11 per 9 in those years. Those are some gaudy numbers, man.
They are.
You don't realize.
That's who he is.
I know it is who he is, but what if he just makes 18 starts and a 3.5 ERA, which is still amazing for a guy who swings the bat for a living. Like, how great does we all think that his numbers are going to go down hitting because he's going to be pitching again. Nobody here expects him to be a 50-50 guy. If he's a 40-40 guy, is that good enough? I mean, it's got to be, right?
It is. I mean, I'm looking up this last year. How many guys had a 3.5? I mean, I can't really do it right now. I'm thinking on the fly here. Maybe Dan can look it up. How many guys, starting pitchers, had a 3.5? We can't have Shohei fatigue, guys. Just don't get Shohei fatigue.
Right. Well, that'll be up to the voters. And, I thought there wasn't anybody that really pushed him. Like, Lindor had a great year, but none of his numbers. I think a lot of what he did kind of, he had big moments for the Mets, obviously, to get them back into contention after somebody had declared them dead at the end of May. So a lot of his stuff wasn't totally numbers driven when you were talking about him finishing second for the MVP award. But nobody was up there. It wasn't like Aaron Judge, Bobby Witt.
Sure.
Juan Soto. It wasn't like that.
Well, yeah, I mean, I think there's a couple guys that could push him. Like Juan Soto can push him. I think like a healthy Bryce Harper and like just name value and what he can do on the field could push him. Dan just got back to his 24 qualified starters at a 3.5 or lower.
Wow. I mean, that's amazing. It's amazing. We can't just look at it and say, oh, well, Shohei was okay. He had 3.5.
That's what I'm saying, dude. I think every year you have to wipe what he's done before, just wipe it out. And don't think like that. And just say, let's look at this year and compare it to like things that have happened before. And you'll be like, oh, it's never happened before.
So give us the baseline. What would be the bottom part of Shohei winning a 4th MVP? Leave a comment in the section.
Yeah, we've tried to do that before on the show. It's tough.
It is tough. It's very tough. It's a challenge.
現在、大谷選手はアリゾナ州グレンデールのキャンプ施設で自主トレを行っています。その自主トレ中にちょっとしたハプニングが起こりました。キャッチボール中、大谷選手と星役の間に小型犬が入ってきました。このハプニングには犬好きの大谷選手も笑顔。近寄っていったものの逃げられ、最後は小型犬が球団施設へ入っていくまで見届けました。思わぬ練習中断となりましたが、笑顔が絶えませんでした。キャッチボールはノーワインドアップ、セットポジションと約15分間行いました。その後はバットを持って球団施設内へ、走行距離、加速、減速などを計測するデジタルブラジャーを装着してフィジカルトレーニングを行いました。ご視聴ありがとうございました。これからも大谷選手のさらなる活躍から目が離せません。チャンネル登録と高評価をよろしくお願いします。皆様からのコメントもお待ちしております。